everybody. My name is Stacey and this is my very first podcast. I've been inspired by my friend Ollie and Bella. I'm sure you've probably all heard of and watch and follow on Instagram and her fabulous podcast. Mine will be nothing like that. But I've been inspired by her to do my own. And yeah, just to warn you up front, it's not going to be very technical. I'm not good on splicing videos, putting in little boxes that say pretty things. I don't even know if I can do quick links below. I haven't even done that before. This is my first YouTube video ever. So I'm going right in at the deep end. As I said, my name's Stacey. I live in the southwest of England in Devon with my 3 daughters, ages nearly 13, nearly 6 and 7-year-old, and my husband. And I am a crafter. I like to knit, to crochet, do a little bit of hand sewing, most things really. I like to turn my hand to a little bit of painting, sketching, whatever it might be. So while knitting is my current favourite, that's probably what this will mostly be about. You might see me dipping into a few other bits and pieces. So today, I haven't written anything down. I'm really unprepared, so I'm just going to talk you through a few whips I've got going, and some things I had in the post, and maybe some future plans. Let's start. So, by the way, the children are all upstairs, hopefully on their iPads, so if they come down and there's an interruption, I'm going to have to ask my 13-year-old how to start afresh and cut bits in. So, my first one is in this bag that I made myself. It's just got little, you see, really cute little owls on the top. And in here is a pair of Christmas socks that I'm making my daughters for Christmas. So I have had got this beautiful, oh, can you see the sparkle in that? And this is the new West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas signature sparkle 4-ply yarn. Oh, that's going to be back to front, isn't it? I haven't worked out how to do this the other way around, so there's no point in me showing you anything on the screen because it'll all be back to front. It's the signature sparkle 4-ply, it's called Fairy Light Sparkle. I have finished one sock. Can you see? There we go. I've just done a 1x1 rib, and this is the pattern Rye Lights. Oh my god, I don't even know who it's by. Rye Lights, I found it on Ravelry, and it's like, can you see on the front? So you've got your knit, and then you purl, and then you knit. It's a free pattern. Yeah, so there's one, and I have just started number 2, and I'm using 2.5 DPNs. I like DPNs because I don't have to put markers in when I'm doing heels and toes. I don't like markers. So that's that. Next time I do this, I will try and find out who all the patterns are actually by. That would be really helpful, wouldn't it? But it is on Ravelry and it's free. But look at the way that stripes up. Isn't that lovely? I really like that. So the plan is to make, these are probably going to be for my youngest, and then I'll make a pair for my oldest. I should get two balls out of that one. So that's that one. There. Next project, it's more socks in another homemade bag. It did have a pulley. Oh, it has got a pulley on that side. Look, there we go. It's got a pulley on each side. I'm not very good at sewing on a machine. It's not my strong point. So these are the Hermione Everyday Socks. I don't know who they're by, but they're on Ravelry as a free pattern. Are they free? I think so. And the yarn is this gorgeous Vicky Brown Designs. I can tell you it was the January Yarn Book Club, but I got them in a D-stash, so I don't know if that's this year's or last year's. I'm afraid I can't tell you. And I have one. It's a really, really lovely pattern. Can you see? It's sort of a mixture of knitting and purling that creates this. And I've used a contrast heel. And this, it's just a random mini. I don't know who it's by. And a 2x2 twisted rib. So they're really nice. These are for me. And the second one, let's take them out of there. DPN Cozy. It's a lovely DPN Cozy by So Rainy. I know that. And I'm halfway up the foot. So I'm hoping to get these finished by the end of September. And then I can cast on my, well, I'll tell you about that afterwards, what I want to cast on next. Put those away. And they're on the same 2.5 DPNs. I know a lot of people use 2.25s. I crochet really tight, knit really tight. So I use 2.5s and they seem to fit me. And I generally cast on 64 stitches for my average sock. Next, I'm taking part in the Hokey Awful Cal. I'm really sorry if I've pronounced the name wrong. And I am making the staple linen top by her as well, by Hokey Locatelli. Sorry. So I started it. The yarn I'm using is this gorgeous purple one. Can you see the colour? It's coming across pretty good. And it's Shashanmaya Catania. I'm going to show it to you back to front because the clever ones amongst you will recognise what that is, but I can't pronounce it. And basically, I've fell off the table. I've started the back panel, so you kind of got the shoulders. You sort of do the shoulders first and go across, and it's got this gorgeous rib all the way down the middle. And then that's where so this is sort of like where the arms will join. And then I do something very similar. I do the shoulders, and then I do something for the back, for the front. And then I think I join this on and keep going in the round. So, and that's being, at the moment, that one is on 4mm, circular needles. That's what they're called, circular needles. You've probably all switched off by now because I'm a real mumbler. Next project that I'm going to call it on the go. I've really hardly started, but let's call it a whip. I got this gorgeous book off Amazon. It's called Knitted Animal Friends, but can you see? Look how beautiful they are. And I am making 3 of these for my girls for Christmas, so it's a secret. So I've got to talk a bit quietly. And let me find the ones I'm making. Oh. There we go. So I'm going to be making the fox on the middle, this one here. I'm going to be making the pig. And there is another one, because I have 3 children. I'm going to make them one each. There she is. Bella the cat. Oh, isn't she lovely? And it makes all their clothes as well. So really excited to make those. I've ordered all the yarn. And I've started on Bella the cat. And these are knit on straight needles. God, I haven't used those in ages. And I've literally just started her head. So that'll be her. This will be her chin, and this is like the beginning of her nose. And these are knit on number 11 needles. I don't know what size that is, but the yarn is gorgeous. It's like with stone washed. It's by Sheppies. I'm not very good at pronouncing. Yeah, it's lovely stone washed cotton, and then they're plain cotton. So I need to get cracking because I've got 3 of those to make and all their clothes before Christmas. And I can only do it at night when they're in bed, so they don't see. So I haven't got long to do that one at all. So I've only got 4 whips at the moment. I don't like having lots and lots of whips. I like to, once I finish a project, I'll start on. But if I've got too many, I just forget what I'm doing, where I'm up to, and then I get really overwhelmed. So I keep my whips really, really low, but I do work through them quite quickly, which is good. Which will be good for the podcast because I can hopefully show you lots of finished objects. So I've got a couple of acquisitions to show you before I talk about future projects. I showed you the Fairy Lights sparkle yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners for the Christmas socks. For my other daughter and for myself, because we'll need something for ourselves as well, I've got this one. And this is called Silent Night, and yeah, it's the Signature Sparkle 4-ply by West Yorkshire Spinners. Oh, I love this. I love this yarn. I love blue. I love sparkle. These are going to be like my favourite socks. Yeah, I love these. I haven't decided what pattern I'm going to do these in yet because there's, when I ordered this, a pattern from Winwick Mum came with it, so I might use that for my socks. For the kids, I think I might do, I don't know if to do plain, like a vanilla sock. I haven't decided, but that's going straight on as soon as I finish the other pair of Christmas socks. These are going on those needles. And then Nora George Yarns on Instagram had a sale the other day, and I can't resist a sale. My friend Cherie will laugh at me because we constantly message each other saying, oh no, we've bought more yarn. And then she'll tell me about a sale and I'll say, no, don't tell me because I'll buy something. And I did. So I bought these, oh, look at these mohair silk lace mini set. Look at the colours. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. And these are, yeah, mohair silk lace mini set, the Swift collection it's called. And they're 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. And they're 5-10 gram minis. I'm thinking I might do a, what's it called? A snuggle down cowl with these and a plain 4-ply yarn to go with it. Do you think that would look quite nice? I can't decide. I can't decide whether these colours would come out nicely in a snuggle down or whether I save them for something else. I don't know. I don't know, but I do have plans, talking of future plans, I do have plans to make 2 snuggle down cowls for my girls. I've made one for myself, which you can find on my Instagram page. I should have told you that. I am Staceyjlew, is how you say it, but it's Staceyjlew. That's who I am on Instagram. I'm on Ravelry as well. And I've made myself a snuggle down cowl, and now I want to make one for the girls, but I'm thinking of making rainbow ones. I dyed up some of my own yarn, just for fun. I'm not gonna, you know, be selling yarn anytime soon. I'm just doing it for myself. But I made up these lovely rainbow colours, so I'm thinking of doing rainbow cowls for them. And yeah, so I think that's going to be one of my next projects because they're quite quick and I can probably finish one of those in a week, especially a smaller one. Snuggle down cowl is made in like 7, it's by, I don't know who it's by. But there's 7 minis that make it up. So I think for the kids I'd just do 5 and that would look really nice. I also have planned, I made myself and my youngest daughter a magpie hat. That's also on my Instagram. I also can't remember who it's by. I may not even put this podcast out because if I can't remember anything, it's pretty pointless, isn't it? If I can put links below to people and projects, I will do that. So I'm going to make another magpie hat for my other daughter, and then another hat for someone, and my eldest daughter needs a hat too, so I'm going to make her a hat, but maybe not a magpie, maybe something different. I also want to cast on, I'm going to do Strictly socks. Love Strictly. I don't know what yarn I'm going to use yet. I don't have a really big stash, so I've got a choice of a sparkly yarn, but it's quite dark, and I don't know if I'm going to see the pattern well enough to do that, because I've bought the official pattern. Oh, also I have another one that's yellow, but it's yellow and green, and they're not really my colours, but the official colours for the Lola socks, they're called, the Strictly socks, are yellow, and I think that might look nice, so I might do that. And that's it for the minute. I don't like to think too far ahead. I've got 100 plans in my head, but I can't tell you 100 different things. So my plan for next week is to write things down. That would just be really helpful, wouldn't it? Make a note of who the patterns are, who the yarns are by, and I need to work out how to turn this camera around so things aren't back to front. But I've only got my phone, and I don't know if I can do that on my phone without seeing myself. That makes sense to me. So my plans, if I do another podcast, my plans for the next one are to finish the 2 pairs of socks. I want to have cast on another 2 pairs of socks, and I'd like to have done another half of the staple linen top and maybe one of the animals. It's quite ambitious, isn't it? But my kids all go to bed at 7 o'clock. So I have about 2.5 hours to myself every single evening where I can just knit if I want to. I should be doing housework. I'm not really very good at housework. My husband works shift patterns and he has time off in the week. So he kind of does the housework in the week. And I pretend I've done some housework and then I just knit because that's what I enjoy doing. Okay, I feel like I've spoken really, really quickly and whizzed through this. So I'm going to watch it and play it back. And if it's any good, I'll upload it. And if it's not, I'll do another one and upload that. So either way, you're going to see a podcast from me, aren't you? So have a good week. I think it's October this week, which is really, where has September gone? Like, it feels like this year, obviously this year's gone slowly. We're in COVID, the whole universe feels like it stopped. But September feels like it's gone really quickly. I remember thinking, oh, September's my favourite month. It's like the beginning of the season, the anticipation of everything that's going to happen in winter starts in September for me. The whole build-up of making Christmas cake and knitting Christmas presents and buying Christmas presents. Yeah, it's September, and now September's over, and I feel like Christmas is going to be here really quickly, and I don't feel like I've done all the things I was supposed to do. So I really need to get my knitting fingers in gear and crack on with it, really. And then I'll be looking at spring knits, won't I? I also really want to do myself a jumper. This is just a cheap Primark number, but I really want to knit my own, and a cardigan. There's too much. There's too much out there, isn't there? There's too many options. Okay, well, it's a beautiful blue sky out there today, and I'm going out for dinner tonight, so I need to go and get myself ready for that. Oh, today is, I should tell you what the day is. Today is the 26th of September. Okay, let's say goodbye before I completely cock this up, ruin this. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a good week, and I will see you again, hopefully soon.